Ezra, and this is my Desert Biome project. This mobile museum exhibit will talk about 1. Desert biome characteristics. 2. Desert animals. 3. Desert plants. 4. The 4 main types of deserts. And lastly, 3D model of desert organisms. These are the desert biome characteristics. Deserts have very extreme temperatures ranging from 122 to negative 128 Fahrenheit, or colder than your freezer. Deserts receive very little rain, and they can receive less than 10 inches of rain in less than a year. Deserts have a lack of vegetation because they don't have much water to grow plants. Deserts also are found mostly 20 to 35 degrees north and south of the equator. This is the desert animal characteristics. Animals need to have the ability to keep hydrated for a long time because the desert is really hot sometimes. Some animals burrow into the ground to stay cool and come out at night because it's not hot. Some animals camouflage to stay alive from other predators that's trying to eat them. Also, some animals store energy in their body in form of fats. Watch these videos below to see how I touched real gray fox fur and touched real big horned sheep horns. Did you know these animals live in the forest and desert?
So this is a gray fox, and gray foxes are the only member of the dog family that can climb trees. Wouldn't that be weird to see one go up a tree? Isn't that heavy?
Yeah.
That's really heavy. And can you imagine having this on your head every single day of your life? Huh?
This is a list of desert animals, and my favorites are eagle, Gila monster, and horned devil. Oh, and sandfish lizard. Now, it's time for the desert plant characteristics. Plants may have long and shallow root systems or wide and deep root systems to absorb water from the ground, like cactuses. They can store water in thick trunks and stems. Plants grow slower because there's less water in the desert. These are a list of desert plants. My favorite one out of all of them is the golden marrow cactus. Next, these are the 4 types of deserts: subtropical, semi-arid, coastal, and polar. I drew all of these on Procreate, and go download the app if you want it. Next, the first type of desert is the subtropical desert. Did you know that this is the hottest desert out of all the types? The soil is either sandy or coarse and rocky. They have small shrubs and small trees. I put some cactuses in this picture, and also I put a plant or an animal in every picture I drew. The weather can go up to 122 Fahrenheit year-round. The location is usually found along the equator in Asia, Australia, Africa, North and South America. The second type of desert is the semi-arid desert, also known as the cold winter deserts. They also have shrub bushes. Rainfalls are blocked by tall mountains known as the rain shadow effect. They are usually at Asia, Europe, and North America. The weather is cold winter, long dry summers, and low rainfall in the winter, 70 to 80 Fahrenheit degrees in the summer, and nighttime around 50 Fahrenheit. Did you know this desert isn't really that hot? I felt hotter than this desert before outside. It was 100 degrees somehow. The third type of desert is the coastal desert. They are formed along the western coast of tropical continents. They remain dry, but they're next to the ocean. The location is between 20 to 30 latitude in Africa and Chile. The weather is cool winters and long, warm summers ranging between 41 to 75 Fahrenheit. I also drew an eagle here, laying on top of a tree. Fourth is the polar desert, the coolest desert of all of them. They are mainly ice and covered in snow. The locations at Arctic and Antarctic. The weather is cold year-round. Temperature averages around -50 Fahrenheit and ranges from 32 to -128 degrees Fahrenheit. Also, I drew some polar bears here in some mountains. Lastly, 3D model of desert organisms. I made 3 of them: cactus, fennec fox, and thorny devil lizard. First, a desert plant called cactus. Do you realize how the roots spread out instead of down? So that if there's any water on the ground, it can get water from it. You can find cactuses in the desert near North and South America. Also, did you know that California is actually a desert? That is why you can see cactus everywhere. The spines on the cactus help protect the cells from predators trying to eat them. The thick green stem produces the plant's food and stores in water. This is the cactus food web. What it consumes, or what they need: water and sunlight. They are consumed by animals such as rabbits, camels, wood rats, pack rats, tortoises, beetles, and a lot more, including humans. In fact, I ate cactus for dinner last night. This is how I made my 3D model of cactus. So this is the beginning where it talks about it, and this is the fast forward video of me making it. And I made the cactus with fruits. These are pipe cleaners. You can use them for yourself if you want to make one for yourself. So I'm stacking these together right now after I cut them. Now I'm applying hot glue, and this is the final result. Second, I made a fennec fox. This is a picture of me holding the results. And this is a real-life picture of fennec fox. These are some facts about fennec foxes. Did you know that they are the smallest of all world foxes? They weigh between 2 to 3 pounds, and the height is between 9.5 to 16 inches. So they can be as heavy as my iPad and a cell phone combined. The tallest they can grow is 9.5 to 16 inches. 9.5 would be the length of my iPad, and 16 inches is from my shoulder to my wrist. Where can you find fennec foxes? Well, if you want to find them in the day, they'll be sleeping in underground dens. And they usually live in the sandy desert of North Africa. It's better to find them in the night because they are nocturnal and they go out at night. Some cool facts about it is their fur keeps them cool instead of keeping them warm. Their long ears help keep them cool and help them detect prey up to 1 mile away. Another cool fact that is they can jump in the air 2 feet high and leap a distance of 4 feet, which is really far and long for their size. I'm 4 feet, so that means they can jump up to my stomach, and they can jump as long as me. This is the fennec fox food web. They're omnivores, so that means they eat meat and plants and fruits. So, what they consume: plants, fruits, roots, gecko plants, rodents, eggs, reptiles, insects, snails, and lizards. They are consumed by eagle owls, jackals, hyenas, dogs, large birds, and large mammals. Basically whatever's larger than them. This is a fast forward video of how I made my fennec fox. You see this at the beginning? So I cut out the pieces and then And I glued everything together like this. So I'm gluing it all together here. And this was the part that took the longest. Those little black things are my eyes and legs for the basin. I'm putting cotton in it to make it poofy. Still stuffing it in, and then I glued it back up and it's done. Last but not least, this is Thorny Devil, my favorite one out of the 3 sections. These are some facts about the Thorny Devil. They can live between 12 to 20 years. They can also grow from 6 to 8 inches in length and weigh up to 3.4 ounces, about the same as a mouse. 6 to 8 inches in length is about how long a water bottle is. Where can it be found? They live in burrows in the dry desert in the shrubland of Australia. They have thorny spikes all around their body to protect from predators. The spikes also allow them to drink water when you're not realizing, because they can channel the water into their mouth because of the spikes and the small bumps. They can drink water from their skin and feet. Did you know they have a fake head to the back of their neck so that when a predator is trying to eat them, they can burrow their real head into the sand and get away. They can puff themselves up to appear bigger and bigger, and it is harder for a predator to swallow them. They change color a lot when the temperature changes, or when they become alarmed or scared, so they can camouflage. Did you know they can run really fast? They can run up to 37 miles per hour. That's faster than we can drive on our street. They also have a funny walk, shaking back and forth and stopping sometimes. They also have a lot of names, like skin-drinking desert lizard, thorny dragon, thorny lizard, mountain devil, and moloch. And what do they eat and drink? Well, they only drink and eat ants and termites. And they drink water too, nothing else. And how many ants do they eat? They can eat from 600 to 3,000 a day. I want a thorny devil as a pet because it can eat all the ants in our house. But the only problem is we don't have enough ants to feed him. And who are their predators? Well, their predators are monitor lizards, predatory birds, bustards, brown falcon, snakes, and lastly, humans. But they don't really eat them and kill them. They get run over on the road because they like standing on the road to cool down. And this is how I made my thorny devil. This is the video, see this is the results, which you're going to see at the end again. They have a lot of spikes. So first I started off cutting these parts. And then I started building the fake head or head. So I glued the heads together right here. Because I glued it, so it started looking more like a head. I used binder clips to press on the glue to cool it down way faster. And I assembled the head with the spine. This is how it turned out, looking pretty cool so far. And here's the bottom side because it's going to be 3D. And I'm putting together the spine right now. I'm going to put some pipe cleaners here. Cleaners for the arms and the tail. Arms and legs and tail. And then now we're going to glue some of it up and we're going to stuff it in. So now we're stuffing in the cotton before we glue it up. Now we'll cut the outer edge and make the spikes. And this is the results. And that's it. How to gather information. Online Google research, YouTube videos, visiting the museum. Basically the Big Bear Discovery Center. Thank you for visiting the Desert Biome Mobile Museum exhibit.